Today we are going to do the SMX fire rings and why these are superior to a standard O-ring. We'll get into that. Also, we're going to do some detail work on these Steve Morse valve covers. We're going to paint them black. We're going to do the S&M in white. Also going to redo this Extreme Velocity Steve Morse Edition hat. We're going to do this in black, and we're going to see if we can do some of this in white. So we're just doing some nice detail work and going to show you guys the SMX fire hoops. Stay tuned. All right, valve covers painted black. Like I said, I used the Ace Hardware Premium Satin, which is nice stuff. This one's all ready to go. Now what I'm doing is I'm using some 1/4 inch and some 1/8 inch masking tape, and get you a little closer here so you can see what's going on. So what I'm doing now is I'm masking in between everything. So we'll get all that done. What I noticed I'm not going to be able to do is where it says Steve Morse Engines. I can't get inside there. It is hardly down. I don't even know if that's 5 thousandths down. Trying to get inside there, I can't do it. So I'm going to get the S, the M, we'll get that all done, and yeah, then we'll get it painted and we'll see what the finished product looks like.
To the core, push harder, scream for more. Fight, fight, never back down. Warrior in this town, strike in every sound. Rising hearts, pound, pound. Shatter chains in sight, eyes burning with the fight. Fear crumbles to the floor. Unleash the inner roar. Fight, fight, never back down. Warrior in this town. Strike in every sound.
Okay, so here is the cylinder head with your receiver groove. Again, this is about 65 thousandths into the cylinder head. I believe the wire itself is around 55 thousandths wide, and then it's going to protrude out about 25 thousandths. Now, the receiver groove that's inside the block here is about 15 thousandths down. So also keep in mind that this is squared as it goes into the cylinder head, but as it goes into here, it's actually got a slight roundedness like the tip of my finger to help get it inside here. So at that point, what we're going to do is we're going to throw on copper head gasket, put this on, we're going to torque everything down, and then we're going to remove it, and we're going to be able to show you exactly how this all works. Went through and I locked the cylinder head down, standard torque specs, 80 pounds, ARP lube, did it in 3 sections. Now, I'll pull everything off real quick, and we will take a look and see the imprint that we're going to make into the copper gasket itself. Because keep in mind, with the O-ring, it's just that clamping force on top of the gasket. This, as you'll see, is actually going to, like, if this is the gasket, stick through the gasket. So it's going to actually like pop through the gasket and push itself into the receiver groove. That right there is the best explanation of why this is a superior sealing compared to a standard O-ring. So let's get this popped off and we'll take a look at the gasket. off she comes. Let me get my tools out of the way here. All right. There we go. Let's get the cylinder head out of the way. All right. Now, let me pop you guys off. Now you can see what's going on. So now, there's your groove. Now you can see exactly how far that pressed it in. And it is inside the receiver groove. In a sense, we're stuffing the gasket inside that receiver groove. So let me pull this gasket off, and you'll be able to see what's going on here. All right. So now, trying to do it while I'm hanging onto the camera here. There we go. Now, here's the back side. Now, if you notice on that back side, see how that receiver groove itself is now pushing itself into the block. So that, my friends, there's where we're pushing through. And that's how much is actually pushing itself inside this receiver groove. So why is this more superior than a standard O-ring? Again, because the fact that your O-ring is just going to help with sealing the gasket, but most of the time your block doesn't have the receiver groove in it. Cylinder head does, or it's going to be vice versa, to where the block's got the receiver groove, but the cylinder head doesn't. So at that point, it's wedging itself and sealing that copper gasket better than what it would be with an MLS. But you can see how this blows it out of the water. And the fact that it's a one-piece stainless ring, you're not clipping a little O-ring that, they come together and maybe the person didn't do it good enough. You're literally floating inside of a groove, and you're hoping that the O-ring, here, I'll show you what I mean. Imagine trying to stick an O-ring inside there. That O-ring is just going to kind of wobble and dance inside there. It's not going to actually, be pressed in like what it is here on the cylinder head, where like that is literally pressed into the head. It's not going anywhere. That shape is going to stay exactly like that. It's perfect. You don't have to worry about anything shifting, moving. Maybe the wire itself, as they come together, it overdoes itself. It goes one over the other. Anything bad that you can think of could happen with that O-ring. This takes it all out of the equation. There is nothing there that's going to happen. And on top of that, look at the difference that you get in your gasket. I mean, that right there is going to tell you, there's where we're pushing through, and that's what's coming through. That is a superior sealing job, hands down. That's why the fire hoops are that much better. Now, are they the same price? No. You're going to spend a little bit more money to have this process done. Why? Just explained it. Everything that you have to do, the extra work that you got to do to the block, the extra work that needs to be done to the cylinder heads. These rings are probably, they are more expensive than just a standard cheap 043 stainless steel wire. I mean, that's all it is. It's just, it comes in a spool, and you just cut it down to what you need. These are all made, all of this stuff, all of these are specifically made for this. So that's why you're paying for it. So that's why top fuelers and stuff like that, why they don't run O-rings, why they run this fire hoop when they're running severe amounts of boost. Am I going to be pushing that much boost? No. I'll probably be pushing mid-20s. I don't think I'll be hitting 30, but be in the mid-20s or so. But I wanted absolutely no chance of this thing, literally burning the cylinder head and then having to have it rewelded, or burning the block or anything like that, and just having a head gasket failure. It's not going to fail. So that is why I chose to do the SMX fire rings. I hope you guys, if you're kind of fiddling around, what should I do? What should I do? Maybe your machine shop does fire rings as well. It's worth just spending the extra money on it. Hope this kind of explained it for you there, and hope this helps you guys out. Trying a second option here. Tried to do the white on the valve cover, and it just didn't turn out that good, as you guys could see. So now what I'm going to try is I'm going to mask off where the polish section is. spray it black, and then I'm going to peel the sticker off. Or I'm going to peel the masking tape off. So we're going to see how this version looks. Just didn't look good with the white, so this is option B. So let's see how this turns out.
Cold sweat dripping down, feet pounding on the ground, blood rushing to the core, push harder, scream for more, fight, never back down, warrior in this town.
Okay guys, ended up going through and clearing the valve covers, got all that done. Actually did it last night, and then I wanted to come in and show you guys what the finished product looks like. So this, fully cleared, ready to rock and roll. So looks good. I did try to clean out where it says Steve Morris Engines right there on the bottom. And I tried using a dental tool and just to lightly scrape it out, and I thought, well, it'd have this kind of same polished look and it really looked good. Didn't happen. It didn't work real well. So I had to kind of remask it, paint it, and then clear it again. And well, I didn't clear it, so I cleared it as a finished product. So this is what they're going to be. I like that. But on the hat, let me grab that. The hat turned out nice. As you can tell, looks good. And I was going to do all of this in white originally. Well, since I didn't do the valve cover in white, it wasn't worth doing this in white. And inside here is not polished. So it's just this porous as cast look, and it just wouldn't look right. So we're just going to leave it completely black. So this is going to be poking out of the hood just the way it is right here. So it turned out really, really well. I'm happy with how everything turned out. Just putting that down. And hopefully you guys dug it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the difference between the SMX fire ring and an O-ring, and why it's, depending on what you're doing, to me it's just worth going to the SMX fire ring or the fire ring itself. Hopefully you guys liked that description and just kind of the laydown of it. So, till I see you guys again on the next episode, take care. Hopefully you guys are working on all your toys and getting everything ready to get down to the track. And hey, wish you guys all the best. See you on the next one, my friends, till we meet again.